So today's lesson is the percent of change. The learning goal of this lesson is learning to solve problems involving the percent of change. So what exactly is the percent of change? Well, it's the amount stated as a percent that a number increases or decreases. So let's say that 1 is increased to 2. We would say that there is a 100% increase from 1 to 2. And like in this example, if the amount of change goes up, we call it a percent of increase. However, if the number went from 2 to 1, and the amount of change goes down, we would say that it's percent of decrease. The formula that we're going to use for this lesson is the percent of change equals the amount of change over the original amount, where the amount of change equals the difference between the two given amounts. So let's take a look at the first example. Find each percent of change. Round the answer to the nearest tenth. 65 is decreased to 38. Okay, the first step is going to be to use the formula, which is the amount of change over the original amount. So to find the amount of change, we find the difference between the two given amounts, which is 65 and 38. So we're going to put 65 minus 38 over the original amount, which is 65, and then we just solve it. So we first subtract 65 minus 38, which is 27, put that over 65, and then we simplify it. We divide the top by the bottom, and we get 0.415. But then it's asking for a percent, so we have to convert that decimal into a percent, which we all know. We move the decimal place over 2 spaces, and we end up with 41.5%. So let's look at another problem like this. 41 is increased to 92. So first, we're going to use our formula, which is the percent of change equals the amount of change over the original amount. So in this case, the amount of change is the difference between the two numbers. So that would be 92 minus 41 over the original amount, which is 41. So 92 minus 41 equals 51 over 41. Next, we're going to simplify. So we divide 51 divided by 41, and we get 1.244. We have to convert that into a percent, so we move the decimal place over 2 spaces, and we get 124.4%. So let's take a look at another example where we actually use the percent of change. The regular price of a bike helmet is $42.99. It's on sale for 20% off. What is the sale price? So for this, we're going to set up a proportion. One side of the proportion is going to be the 20% off as a fraction, and that's going to equal the variable over the original price. So 20% as a fraction would be 20 over 100, and that equals, we're going to use D as our variable, over the original price, which is $42.99. And solving a proportion, we all know we have to cross multiply. So our second step is going to be to do just that. So we're going to multiply 100 times D, and that equals 100D, equals 20 times $42.99 is $859.80. The third step is going to be to solve for D. So we have the equation 100D equals 859.80. So to solve for D, we divide each side by 100, and we get D equals $8.60. But this isn't the end of the problem. The problem asks to find the sale price. So to find the sale price, you subtract the amount of discount from the original price. We found the amount of discount to be $8.60, so we take the original price, which is $42.99, and subtract the discount, which is $8.60, to find the sale price, which ends up being $34.39. So let's take a look at one more example. A boutique buys hand-painted t-shirts for $12.60 each and sells them after a price increase of 110%. What is the retail price of the t-shirts? So to solve this, we're going to set up a proportion just like the last example. So on the first side, we're going to convert 110% into a fraction, which in this case would be 110 over 100. And on the other side, we're going to have the variable, which in this case is n, over the original amount, which is $12.60. The second step is going to be to cross multiply. So first, we have 100 times n, and that's 100n, equals 110 times $12.60, which is $1,386. So next, we're going to have to solve for n. So we have the equation 100n equals $1,386. To solve for n, we're going to divide each side by 100, and we get N equals $13.86. But still, we're not done. It's asking for the retail price. And to find the retail price, you add the amount of increase to the original price. So the original price is $12.60, and the amount of increase is $13.86. So $12.60 plus $13.86 equals the retail price, which is $26.46. And that's the end of today's lesson on the percent of change and how to use the percent of change in real-world problems. Thanks for watching.